Yay! Welcome to the Multidimensional Mission Business and creating an alternate reality of abundance for ourselves and our beautiful mission businesses next year. Well, we can start this year, of course. So let's have a look where you guys are from. Woohoo! Singapore, Carolina, Carolina, thank you, I'll pronounce that better, USA, Queensland, Australia, Toronto, Port Douglas, Florida, Perth, Melbourne, which is where I is, Missouri, gosh, so many, Vancouver, Costa Rica, Mornington Peninsula, which is where I is, yay, New Zealand, lots and lots of beautiful people from all over the world. So this is wonderful. We're creating quite a delicious grid all over our planet today. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And to get started, for those of you that are familiar with my work, I'm about to do a little intro for those that aren't. So just listen with new ears and inviting everyone who's come and been called to receive either, live with us today or through the recording, really welcoming you, because if you heard this message and if this message resonated with you, that means something. It means that you are a beautiful soul that's on a really fast path of evolution and ascension, and you are so, just so resonant to doing things differently, to creating a much better world for everyone. And I'm honoring you for being here. Thank you. And if you are new to me, there's a few things that you may want to know. So one, this whole process is a multidimensional channel transmission, which means that it's working on many, many different layers and levels, and it's working interdimensionally. So I could be saying something, and you will get downloads and pieces will click in around some of the things you may have been thinking about, feeling into recently. And so allow yourself to fully receive. And we're going to start this day off with a beautiful receiving activation. It's something to open up our heart fields, to allow you to receive and to calibrate your frequency into the highest version of you today, so you can fully receive all that's available. Yeah. And further along as this transmission continues, if you are new to me, you may see me doing things with my hands like this, right? And and if you see this, think of it like I'm working within the quantum field, and before this event, I've created this quantum grid infrastructure that's holding everyone and these codes and these templates, the information data stream of what today is and how it's, basically created this beautiful quantum playground for all of you to be in and receive as we travel through this journey. And every single one of you, your soul frequencies, those of you that have registered, for this, and interdimensionally, those that will watch the recording, what we're doing is I'm working inside of the quantum and I'm calibrating the frequency, I'm calibrating your field as a collective to receive more and to integrate this and to share templates and codes. And so think of it like this is like light language, but not spoken. It works like this. And so I may even, I may be talking and mid-sentence, I kid you not, I'll just stop and start doing this. And so please allow yourself to receive this transmission with your heart and really allow yourself to kind of break away from maybe how you've received information being quite linear, because this is more circular and multidimensional. And I may also, speak light language or make sounds and toning sounds. And all of this is beautifully coding, it's coding. It's allowing us to work in the field, your field, with your permission. And one of the most beautiful things that we're doing with this co-creation today is every single one of you that's joined and also coming in on the replay, please know that you are positioned all over the world and there's no mistakes. And so together, what we're doing today is we're doing grid work, and we're working on the whole collective grids of our planet to support this planet, to support the collective consciousness, to, to find their pathways of light, to find the paths of love, to, shift out of any densities, scarcities, and fear. And we're through this beautiful transmission, the amazing codes and templates that are to be shared around the full transformation of us and our businesses, over the course of Ascension is being anchored all over the planet. And so I want to say thank you for being a part of this grid work that we're doing all over the world today. And especially now, there's a very powerful portal that has just opened. And we're co-creating with this beautiful portal today to do this beautiful work and to co-create with Gaia consciousness. And so I feel like it's important to come in knowing that some stuff will happen that may not make linear, logical sense. Receive it. Your body may tremble. You might get hot and cold flushes. All of this is part of the journey. And take what feels good, take what expands you, take what makes you just feel even more abundant, even more powerful, even more amazing. Please know that everything I'm sharing with you is being shared through my channel from my soul family, which I'll introduce you more to, and the beautiful councils of light I have the honor to co-create with, and myself. And this is, us sharing our my journey through this universe and the codes of my soul family with you. And so please know that take what feels good, and if it doesn't, that's okay. Imagine it like a smorgasbord, a buffet that you go to, and you take the things that are yummy, and you just neutrally leave that which may not resonate with you. Cool? So once again, just give me a yay in our chat box. Yay, spelled Y-A-Y-A-Y. If you're all in and you're all in to fully receive what's available. Yay. There's lots of yays. That makes me super happy. Yay. And yeah, so thank you. Thanks for coming to this platform to receive and to give at the same time, because that's what we're doing today. Please place your hands over your heart field. So right hand, left hand over your heart field. Take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. And now gently close your eyes. It's all good, you're at home, you're safe to close your eyes. No one's going to take your stuff. Close your eyes. And now breathing through your nose into your heart field and out through your mouth. In through your nose, expanding your heart field out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Receiving now a beautiful ball of light from the angelic realm into your heart field. This is such a pure white blinding light, and it's this beautiful ball of it. Receiving it into your heart field now and allowing the support of the archangels, Michael, Raphael, Ariel, who are here today, Metatron, supporting the anchoring of very high frequency codes and templates of love. And so allowing this beautiful orb of light into your heart, allowing it to expand as you breathe in and out. Activating even deeper layers of your heart field. Allowing this light to expand and go beyond your heart field, expanding over your whole body, connecting in now and sinking in with your aura and your light bodies, allowing yourself to now be a glow in light, anchored into your heart. Now tuning into the very center of this orb that's in your heart field, expanding out beyond. Allow yourself to shrink really, really small into the very center of your heart field. Allowing you to be right in the middle, right in the center. Allowing yourself to experience your heart field as this giant place. This is your heart consciousness, your soul consciousness, your higher self consciousness, your quantum consciousness. And from this place, inviting you to gently, lovingly have a conversation with your mind and say, mind, you get a bit of time off now. For the next hour and a half to 2 hours, you get some time off. You can go sleep, have a nap, and the heart consciousness, the heart mind, gets to do the work now. Mind, I love you. Everything you do for me, how you take in data and filter things and process stuff, I love you so much. And I'm giving you the next couple hours off. Now you can totally hang out and observe, inviting you to sit over there on that comfortable seat and take some time out. Thank you for everything you do and be for me. But now tuning back into our heart consciousness, our heart field, and saying, hey, heart consciousness, welcoming you even more than ever before. Choosing right now to expand my relationship with you. Choosing right now to co-create with you even more. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcoming my beautiful family, soul family of light from the 12th dimension, who now circles around us. Welcoming the family of light, crystal family of light of the inner earth, advanced civilization within our inner earth, who is contributing and supporting Gaia's ascension. Welcoming friends. Welcoming the family of light from the 10th dimension. Welcoming and acknowledging the archangels for your presence today. Welcome, welcome, thank you. Welcoming into our space, Ascended Masters. Isis, welcome. Your soul and star families that are here today, welcoming your soul and star families from all over this galaxy. Welcoming the Palladians, the Lyrans, the Sirians, the Andromedans, the Blue Avians, the Lyranavians. So many. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Arcturians, welcome. Breathe into your heart again and out. And now being placed and given to you by the beautiful family of light, my family of light, the 12th dimension, in co-creation with the inner earth family of light, the crystal family of the inner earth, higher realms, and the family of light from the 10th dimension, supporting you to embody more light in your life through this transmission. We are now gifting you 3 beautiful codes of receiving. They're 3 beautiful codes. Some of you are going to have the ability to see these now, and if you don't, that's okay. Allowing you to now receive these 3 divine, beautiful data bursts, living consciousnesses of receiving from the higher realms of existence. They come into your heart field, circulate around, integrating through your heart field into your light bodies and then into your physical body, making their way now into your blood, into your bones, into your cells, into your atoms. They're here to support you in your missions, in your journeys, support you to be in a vibrational frequency of receiving the highest timelines and realities available to you. And as you receive them now, allowing yourself to send a beautiful red, green, gold, and silver cord from the base of your spine. It's like from your tailbone. See a cord of light. It's a mix of red, green, silver, gold, all swirled up together. And now we're going to send that cord out far, far, far off into some part of the world that's pure nature, oceans, rivers, mountains, whatever you feel calls to you. If you're called to the mountains, go there. If you're called to the oceans, go there. If you're called to the forest, go there. The beaches, the islands, wherever you are. Allow this cord to hover above wherever you feel called to anchor. Somewhere in nature, somewhere in the pure grids of earth. And now, bringing in a gift, a big water portal right below the cord between you and the land of the earth. This water portal is a portal into the higher realms of existence. Sending your cord now into this water portal, which is taking you straight into the higher realms of existence, and then allowing your cord to go down into the earth, through the layers of earth, further still, finding its way through and into the center, and allowing now the inner earth family of light, the crystal council of light, to now welcome you in. You're being worked on and calibrated to create more connection points to the higher realms of earth, the higher realities, connecting you even deeper with beautiful high frequency realities of Gaia, of abundant, joyful, loving realities of Gaia. And allowing you to now go into the crystal heart of Gaia, anchoring in, and we're welcoming now Gaia consciousness to co-create with us. Gaia wishes to let you know that she is ascending so fast, and she invites you to quantum jump with her and shift into her new timelines. She's shifting fast through these portals this month, and you're invited to shift fast with her, to have 2022 be a year of ascending in joy, ascending in love, ascending in abundance. There are alternate timelines, alternate realities that we're invited to co-create today. Gaia is beyond grateful to have you here, and thanks you. Thanks you because you came to planet Earth to co-create ascension with her. Thanks you because you heard the call as a soul and you came. Thanks you because you're a part of her. Gaia is made of the elements. She's made of the life. If you take out the minerals, the water, the earth, if you take out the animals, the living beings which we're a part of, there is no Gaia. We are a part of her. We're part of the beautiful divine animal kingdom on this planet, and she thanks us for taking this transformational journey with her. Now, allowing yourself to receive this beautiful reconnection to a deeper level of friendship with Gaia consciousness. She's alive, she's a conscious being, and she is your friend. Receive this now, that she's always here for you. She invites you to spend more time in nature. That as you're ascending, to spend more time with your feet on the sand, on the grass, to lean against a tree, to be in nature more and more, that your ascension will be more graceful if you spend more time in the waters, if you spend more time in the trees, if you spend more time in the grass, in the fields, on the mountains. All the codes of ascension are within the earth. Spend more time in these sacred, pure grids of earth. The ones that when you go into them, you can feel the frequency is so clean. Get away from the 3D grids, the infrastructure's created. Go further and further out. The further you go, where yes, your internet may not work, you'll be in a frequency to calibrate, to integrate, to receive so much more, and to have a much more graceful ascension. More and more of you are being called further away. The trees are calling you. The lands are calling you. The free lands are calling you. This is an exciting time. Everything is changing and shifting so fast. And so if you're wishing to quantum jump with Gaia in more grace, in more flow, then spend more time in nature. And now sharing these beautiful codes of receiving, anchoring them into the planet through this cord now, into the grids where you are, allowing these codes of receiving to be shared into the grids of earth and shared with the collective, shared with any beautiful soul all around the world that's open to receiving, and knowing full well now that as we share these codes through our field, we're inviting millions and billions of souls all over the world to take a journey of shifting into higher timelines with Gaia. Thank you. Breathing into our hearts and out. And now sending a gorgeous golden cord, a cord from the crown, from the top of your head, a golden cord interwoven with white and silver light. Sending it up and allowing it to go up into your higher self portal. It's like a beautiful sphere of light, a portal to your higher selves, connecting you now to your higher self, higher selves, all higher aspects and versions of you. Connecting more specifically today to the higher selves of you within your 5th, 6th, and 7th dimensional expression. And welcoming in your higher selves to co-create today. And now sending your cord up further into your soul star portal, connecting with your soul star family. Calling in your soul star family for co-creation, for support. And then continue sending your cord up beyond that into source energy, into source consciousness, into love. And now allowing a beautiful column of light to be all around you, a big column coming all the way from source, all the way down your soul star portal, your higher self portal, your whole body from crown to toes, all the way down into earth, into the core of earth, holding you in light, welcoming into this chamber through your heart field, your soul frequency essence, allowing you and your beautiful, unique soul frequency to be honored. And now welcoming you into this grid, this gorgeous grid of co-creation today, where we've got codes for abundance, for creating realities that are beyond delicious, and for ascending more gracefully, more lovingly, and taking our beautiful mission businesses with us. Because as we ascend, so do they. Taking another deep breath into your heart. And breathe out, taking 2 more deep breaths into your heart. And breathe out. And when you're ready, come back to your room, open your eyes, drink some water. Smile. And let me know in the comments how you're feeling after that. Just with a few words, let me know in the chat how you're feeling. I'm just going to align and calibrate a little bit. Beautiful. Someone says, I cried twice. Oh, sending you love. Yes, feel you. Alert, grounded, emotional, sleepy yet activated. Awesome. And so, yeah, some of you, awesome, thank you. Tired. So now what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to shake your body out. And I'd like you just to sit there and shake out your arms. Move your head around a little bit. Do this with your shoulders. Blah, blah, blah. Shake out. Wobble in your seat or your chair. If you're able to, stand up and shake it out. Move your body. It's really important that even if you feel to be still, that you start moving your body to move the energy through, even if it's just this kind of like, you know, wee. Stretch it out. Allow all of this through into every single cell, into every atom, shifting it through. The integration of this will be fast. And what you'll be able to receive after this will be like, watch out, you know? So move your body. And move your body a bit faster and a bit faster and a bit faster and a bit faster. That's right. Also remember this too, my friends, that there's a lot going on right now during these portals. And this is being recorded. Checking, it's definitely been recorded. You know what I mean? And so at any moment throughout today's transmission, if you feel full, you know, please trust that. We will send you the recording in the next couple of days. You can receive this in 3 goes if needed. Abundance is all there is here. There's no like, you know, so if you are feeling that you're going to be in and out, or even if you sit throughout this transmission and you're in and out of consciousness because the energies are working on you, please know you can watch the recording again to receive the conscious information. Cool? Give me a call in the comments if that's fair. Yeah? Some of you are feeling awesome. Some of you are sleepy. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Yay, awesome. So the art of receiving isn't how much I can receive. The art of receiving is, am I receiving abundantly? How am I receiving, you know? And so often we've been kind of, you know, inside of this planet, we've been trained to believe that there's a shortage. You know, of course, we're placed into a template of existence where there's a lifespan. So eventually we're all going to die, right? And in truth, we never die. And so that these are just playgrounds to play in, yet they can have us then shift out of truly receiving and shift more into scarcity and FOMO and, you know, and overdoing things and putting way too much in our field. Who's had that experience where you've like jam-packed so much into your day, into your bucket, you know, that realistically you're not receiving everything, that you're not, there's just too many things for you. Give me a yes if you've experienced this before. Yup. And so let's change that. Let's, you know, let's have this co-creation today. And I invite any of you that have been playing in that playground to minimize a little bit, strip back a little bit, and go in with the intention that 2022 is a year where you receive it all. And by receiving it all, it means that we actually pull back a lot, that we move things, that we're willing to rearrange stuff and take stuff and reorganize it. This is what it means to be a new earth leader. It means to be in the present moment more. And it means to be leading our beautiful mission empires of light in the most grounded, the most, centered way, where we're constantly calibrating with what is and attuning. So yay. All right. Thank you. Once upon a time, a long time ago, you were a beautiful soul, and you weren't on this planet at that time, and you were invited. You were invited to come and take a mission. The mission you were invited to come and take was to come into Earth in human form and take the journey of transformation. There's many different missions around the new Earth, many, many, many. One of them is to come into third dimensional realities and in real time transform, in real time let go of attachment to the third dimensional realities and call back more soul memory, call back more quantum access, remember more of who we are, embody more love, more abundance, more, care, like kindness, more compassion, more of our soul. And we chose to do this. We chose. If you're here, you'd be here because you're taking a journey of ascension. Only those that are taking a journey of ascension are attracted to my stuff, because my stuff's pretty woo for people that are very grounded in their third dimensional consciousness. And that means that there was a time where you got given the choice. And this particular mission isn't the easiest one. You could have chosen to come through and be a 5D baby. There's going to be children being born more and more in the next few years that are being born in fifth dimensional consciousness, 5D babies. And they're coming in, and they're coming straight in to the new earth communities and the new earth realities that are being created right now. Yet you chose differently. You chose and you pressed the earth button, and you pressed the 3D earth button, and you entered the third dimensional realities. And the third dimensional realities are driven by duality. And inside of them, we can experience fear and love. We can experience love and hate. We are pulled across different spectrums, yeah? And this still happens in the fourth dimensional realities. And then we keep going and, of course, evolving until we can harness more love, more abundance, and stabilize more. And it's often also a process of how we receive, how we interact. It's a consciousness frequency. And so I want to honor you because you pressed Earth. You chose this Earth mission. You chose to be a fractal of Earth, ascending with her, being a part of her, and also her at the same time, and taking this journey of evolution, of ascension. And it's not always easy. There's so much to let go. There's so much trauma to heal. There's so much to release. There's so many templates and programs to release. And one of the biggest pieces is us taking a journey to really let go of the third dimensional infrastructure, which has a lot of comforts to it. And so if you've had some bumps along your ascension journey, if you've had days where you've been purging emotions, you haven't been able to do much, you've been exhausted, if you've had the dark night of the soul, so to speak, happen time and time again, I honor you and I walk with you. And today is this invitation for a different way to continue the journey. And what's more available for us in these next stages is it gets to be more fun, more joyful, more graceful. So, my beautiful friends, this image that's on the screen right now was created by my beautiful friend Pippa, who just love Pippa. So if anyone requires any like amazing artwork, like created and channeled, Pippa's just the best. And I just wanted to give her a shout out before I take you through a bit of a journey. Give me a yes in the comments if you truly are one. Oh, Pippa's here. Hi, love you. Oh, look at that. And Pippa's here. She's saying she loves me. Hello, gorgeous. Got distracted with the love. Okay, beautiful souls. You've come here because we're taking a journey of what it really means to transition with our businesses and with our missions, and to take an ascension journey in alternate timelines and pathways, alternate realities that are a lot more joyful and abundant. So one of my missions on this planet is to be sharing that, to be sharing the keys and the codes of creating alternate realities. And it's super freaking awesome because every single one of us at core is source creator. And so taking you on this journey, I'd love for you to look at this image, because this image is so coded and gives you so much. One thing that I really want to place on the table right now is that it is a journey, that what I'm going to share with you, there's going to be pieces that you're like, yeah, I've already done that, tick, tick, tick. And then there'll be pieces that are like, oh, okay, that's what's left to do. And I'd really love every one of us to come today with this letting go of rush and just going, okay, cool. Like, there's a journey to be taken. It's not about the end result. It's not about the end destination. It's actually about how am I going to take the journey? What version of me is going to take this journey? So I'm inviting you to bring your higher self in, to bring in this version of you that listens to this transmission, receives these codes, and allows your own soul memory to embody even more, and to simply just receive. There's no comparison. Please receive this with a pure heart. And please receive this with just a, oh, cool. That's the other stuff to do. Does that resonate with you? So it's not a, like, if I share stuff with you and you haven't quite done that yet or transitioned in that way yet, it doesn't make you a big fat poo on a stick. It just means that that's what's next for you. And that's it. Cool. So give me a yes if you're all up for that. Yep, beautiful. Yes, awesome. Yes, great. No poos on the stick here. Okay, so when you have a look at this image, in the corner we have one earth, and on that earth is a big city. I'll come back to why that's important in a moment. Then we have this bridge taking us to a whole other earth, and this earth is just one luscious, just abundant abundance of nature, waterfalls and forests, and oh, so beautiful, and mountain. And then we have a whole bunch of other earths. Cool. So I'd like for you to see this as this beautiful, this beautiful image of what we're doing right now. Because what we're doing is we're walking along the fourth dimensional bridge. We're walking from the third dimension along the fourth dimensional bridge all the way into the fifth dimensional earth, fifth dimensional realities. Yet, please know that one of the greatest myths, illusions that has been placed upon humanity is that there is only one earth, one collective reality, one narrative. And for such a long time, we've been fed, into this believing. Currently in our modern society, media has been a big player with that, meaning that if anyone, just listens to whatever's on the news or whatever's, being shared globally as a narrative, it's all been manipulated quite a lot to have us believe in this one reality, one earth, that this is how things are. And now, please know that that doesn't mean that it's not a version of reality or a version of earth. So say, for example, if we accept the fact that we live in a phenomenal universe, and we live in a universe that's not linear, it's circular, and it kind of looks more like this, right? And if we accept that there isn't just one reality, one earth, there's countless realities and countless earths. And we know this because we have seen ourselves go in and out of realities. We've seen ourselves be in like the most abundant, the most amazing realities where nothing can go wrong, where everything's awesome, and then be in realities that suck, where, you know, nothing can go right, you know, and we're constantly moving. This is how we function. Now, the media is sharing from a reality that they're wanting us to continue putting our energy into and to continue sending our life force energy to. And so I want you to kind of see it like this. Let's say, for example, this one here, I'm not sure if you can see my little arrow, but the little earth above the city earth, that little earth, say that one little earth in this diagram, in this image, is the earth that the media is kind of talking about, yeah? If we buy into that as reality, and then we start to plan our years and plan, if we start to plan 2020 based on what we're being told could be probable in 2022, then what we're doing is we're feeding more into this earth. We as leaders, as creators, are literally buying into this is the probable reality, right? And if we do this, we're missing out on all the other realities we could find ourselves in. We're missing out on creating whole new realities. And we do this because we've been trained to in some way, shape, or form. So please know that the first invitation I have for you is that if you listen to or receive any information about what's happening in the world, what's happening with this virus, what's happening with the vaccines, what's happening with all the things, please accept that. You are only hearing a bit of what's happening on this earth, a bit of what's happening on this earth. You're hearing bits and pieces. And if it invokes fear in your field, you're actually, if you allow yourself to, if it invokes anger and fear and all sorts of lower vibrational emotions, it's like you're taking a portal into lower frequency realities or into lower realm realities. So now I want to kind of talk to you about realms of existence, because this is huge, right? If we're saying, hey, I want to be a conscious creator and I want to be building or scaling my mission empire in 2022, yet I want to be doing that in my own friggin' realities, in my own timelines, I'm going to function outside of the collective grids, because whatever the collective's doing, that's limited by what they've done before. I'm here to pave new paths, to envision new realities. I'm here to create something totally new that's birthed from my soul. Then we don't want to be tapping into and plugging into what's already created by somebody else. Yeah. And in order for us to navigate this space of consciousness, this knowledge is not enough. There are people that know this. There are many of you that have, learned this and heard this transmission in a different webinar, or you've been in one of my programs and you've heard me talk about this. Or, there are people that could even be teaching this content. It matters who, it really doesn't matter if we know this. What matters is if we live it, if we embody this, if we're able to live our life with the embodied knowledge that there are multiple realities, then we can observe and then we can receive data from any reality, and we just see it like this image. We see it as, here's some info from that earth over there. And instead we focus in on the earths that we're here to co-create. We focus in on the earths in the higher realms further along the ascension journey. We keep tapping into 5D earth, 5D realities. We keep anchoring, placing our flag there, and we gravitationally get pulled there. Does this resonate with you? And when we get this, when we truly live this way, we can create alternate realities. We can live outside of any collective. We don't get sucked in, and we get to choose to stay anchored in the higher realms of existence. Now, what that means is there are frequency bandwidths of realities. Our whole universe is frequency based, no different to a radio station. If I tune my radio to a certain station, I'm only going to hear that station. I'm not going to hear any other station. Doesn't mean the other stations don't exist. It just means I've attuned my radio to one, and I can't receive any others. When we attune our frequency to the higher realms of existence, we find ourselves dancing along the higher realm realities. And I want to go deep with this. With your permission, what I'm about to share with you is a little bit like, it's a bit of a synesthesia of like awesome, amazing information, and also some not so lovely information. So I'd like you to just really, receive this with a beautiful, full heart, cool? And receive this with love, because this universe gets to have everything existing inside of it. Just if we don't resonate with something, we simply get to live outside of the realities that have that. Does this make sense? Now, there are realities right now and versions of Earth that are very much anchored in the lower realms of existence, or what we call the underworld. And so if we look at, Earth itself in its physical form, we relate to the underworld as like the mafia, the crime scene, and drug lords, all of that kind of stuff, right? And in the quantum, this is like not very nice beings. This is demons and negative energies, and potentially getting infiltrated, or psychic attacks, or experiencing all of this kind of denser stuff. And this happens in the lower realms of existence, which means that the person has to have attuned themselves into that bandwidth frequency to get psychic attacks and to be going through all of that stuff in the first place. Does this resonate? Yeah, that if we've got, if we've got a universe that has all of these different realities plus bands of realms of existence, then the lower realms are not the realms we're wanting to hang around. In the lower realms of existence on this planet, there's some pretty nasty shit going on. There are civilizations that definitely don't have humanity's best interests at heart, and that have been using humanity as slaves and sucking our life force energy. And there's been some yucky shit going on in the lower realms of existence. And it's why so many of us came here. So many of us came and chose Earth. We chose the Earth button, cool? Because we are beautiful souls of love and light. And we came here to anchor more light into realities, create these quantum pathways of light for others to be able to walk on. What I'm saying with that is, imagine a forest, a virgin forest, and no one's ever been in it before. And you wouldn't even know how to navigate it. There's no paths, paths that have been formed until someone comes and paves a path. And then when you go, you're like, oh, cool, there's a path, I can walk through it. Most of us have come here to share certain light coding, to take the ascension journey. And what's actually happening energetically is there's these paths of light being created. And these paths of light exist, taking someone from one earth to another earth to another earth to another earth. They're actually quantum paths. Does this resonate with you? Give me a yes if you're getting this so far, please, just so I can calibrate. And no, if this is like, yeah, then that's okay. Trust you're getting what you need to. And so a lot of us, yes, awesome, are here taking this journey. And because we take the ascension journey, there's these quantum paths being created, and others that haven't done as much are able to then jump on these paths. So there's millions of people awakening every single day right now all over the planet. More people have awakened already in the last couple of years than we can possibly count, because the media is making it out like everyone's not so awakened and everyone's in fear, yet that's not the truth. More and more people are awakening, more and more people are, embodying more of their mission. There are more and more people right now all over this planet that are not willing to let go of their freedoms, that are even closing down their businesses because they've been enforced to do so, and are now finding new ways to serve, and they're not buying into the fear. More of that is happening than is being documented, and it's a wonderful thing because of these paths, yeah? Now, as these paths of light are created, more people can leave those denser realities and come into the middle realms, cool, or the higher realms. Usually people don't go straight from the lower realms to the higher realms. The jump's pretty big. Yet, if we go lower realms, and we're talking like underworld, nasty shit, then we go into the middle realms of existence. To put it to you in like third dimensional terms, the middle realms of existence are going to be, if we're in this reality, the middle realms of existence are the templates and the programs where people are very much still running. I want to be successful, I want to be rich, I want to be famous, I want to be liked and approved of. I need everyone to think I'm friggin' awesome. I need to be beautiful. It's running the perfect human, look at me, program in any way, shape or form. Attachments to the physical realm of existence and fitting in and belonging and being enough in any way, shape or form. And so we ascend and we take these journeys along the fourth dimensional bridge. Every single one of us that takes the journey to let go of hierarchy, guru templates, let go of pedestaling people on the planet who have made lots of money or whatever, right? When we let go of our attachments to the third dimensional comforts, we let go of our attachments to 3D food and alcohol and coffee from a physical perspective. We let go of our need to have a certain status, have a certain income to be enough. We let go of our need to be famous, our need to be approved of. We let go of our need to make other people proud. Every time we let go of being programmed to dream the same dream as every fucking other person on this planet, and we dream our own dreams and create our own realities and follow our own friggin' light, we pave beautiful paths of light in the quantum from the middle realms to the higher realms of existence, which means we're paving quantum paths from the middle realm earths to the higher realm earths. And in the higher realm earths, we experience true abundance, true love, true kindness, true generosity, true receiving, true pleasure. And it's different. And this is what we're doing, my friends, as one of our primary missions, is taking the journey of ascension is our primary mission. And then on top of that, we create beautiful offerings. We build businesses, multiple or one, and we create beautiful offerings. Now, every single one of these realms of existence has a different set of realities and a different set of us, meaning that there's different versions of us that we can shift into. And we're moving in and out of different versions of self and into different realities. I'm sharing this with you because even now, as you receive this, tell me, which realm would you choose if you could? Which realms of existence, the lower, the middle, or the higher realms? The higher realms of existence are realms of existence, by the way, where the lower realms don't exist. There is no galactic wars. There is no underworld. There is none of that going on in the higher realms of existence. It's literally not there. It doesn't exist. So if I'm in the higher realms of existence and I'm out even in the third dimensional reality, I won't get caught for not wearing a mask or whatever. Does this make sense? I'll be able to palm alternate realities. And so I'd love to know in the chat, which realm of existence makes more sense for us to be anchored into as new earth leaders and those that are creating, like mission kingdoms of light, higher realm, higher, choose 5D and plus. Higher realms, higher moving, yep, highest. Now, here's where it gets sexy, cool? Within each realm of existence are timelines. So what that means is that in the lower realms, there are timelines. You could be in the lowest realm of existence and really have bought in. You could be in the middle realms of existence. So for example, right now, you could be in the middle or lower realms of existence. How? Well, for example, you could buy into the massive narrative of what's happening in the middle and lower realms of existence right now. And people are losing their jobs and they're really struggling and they're being enforced to take the V, and there's just a lot going on all over the planet. This is happening in the lower and the middle realms of existence. It is not happening in the higher realms of existence. if you're anchored in a higher realm of existence, you're actually going to be able to access, alternate realities and timelines around this. Cool. Yes, say for example, something was to happen, maybe through a person or something, you found maybe a person who is like living more in the lower and the middle realms of existence was to come and tell you a whole bunch of stuff, that horrible stuff that's happened to them and how they've been forced to do this or the other, right? That could, if you've got a big smushy heart, that could suck you in, right? It could, and it could be a whoof, where you hop out of this reality and whoof, hop into this reality, and then all of a sudden you feel shit. All of a sudden you could find yourself feeling a bit of fear around the future. You could hear some information about future timelines of the middle realms of existence on Earth, which are very common realms. So please get this too, that a lot of the current, a lot of humanity, and I'm talking like out of the billions of people on the planet, a lot of them are anchored, and they're used to being anchored in the middle realms of existence. It's kind of how they've lived their lives in the collective narrative. Yeah, and the collective consciousness narrative has been fed to them. So I'm saying to you that you could get sucked in. And I'm going to give you some tools and some beautiful codes around choosing to anchor into the higher realms, choosing to be the embodiment of this. And one of them, my dear beautiful friends, is be curious more about the new Earth realities. Be curious more about the fifth dimensional projects that are happening on the planet. Choose to look for different data. Choose to look for, where's all the cool new Earth stuff happening? Where's all the cool new Earth projects happening? Instead of what's going on. Curiosity, our human consciousness, curiosity, and getting ourselves listening to certain transmissions that are talking about what's going on around the planet with the virus and the vaccines and all the things that are going on. Yes, it's good to have knowledge if you can stay detached. If you're in a higher realm Earth and you're watching middle realm Earth, you're observing it, right? You can observe it just like you look out your window. You're not associated. You haven't traveled to that Earth to experience what's going on there. You're just observing it from your vantage point. And once you've got the data, and you know what you've got the data for, you're out of there. You're off creating. You're off enjoying your own realities. Does this resonate with you? Yet ultimately, we want to have an assessment of, are we devoting more of our time in our mission, in our new Earth projects? Where is our time going? Is it going into, so for example, I've been looking for land to build it, and I've been looking for land to move to create an off-grid, beautiful place to live. And I've spent a lot of my time looking online at land. I spend a lot of my time working and calibrating my offerings to make sure they're in the highest alignment. I'm spending a lot of time just receiving from Gaia, from my soul family, from my soul, what's next. Really tuning in and planning and creating. Does this resonate with you? I'm not spending much of my time, well, I'm actually not spending any time at all on the news, looking at what is, listening to interview after interview. I have done some research on that stuff. I've also experienced in the last couple of years what it felt like to go into one of those realities because I stayed in the research a little bit too long and got sucked in to the middle realms of existence. Now, the middle realms of existence feel a hell of a lot better than the lower realms, yet contrast, struggle still happens there. A lot of contrast and struggle happens in the middle realms of existence. Does this resonate? Give me a yes, guys, if you're getting this. If you're really feeling this, that it's like, okay, cool, I get to choose. I get to choose where I put my energy, my life force energy, my attention. And maybe there's some shit to let go of. Maybe I do need to let go of some narratives, and realize that that narrative is associated with a reality, not universal truth. Huge, right? When we get that it's not universal truth, everything shifts and changes. Now, what's happening to us is this, that if this is the third dimensional reality, this is the fifth dimensional world, right? and a fourth dimensional bridge is open for us. A fourth dimensional bridge, or the fourth dimensional reality, is to put 4D into a greater perspective. 4D, fourth dimensional consciousness, is quantum consciousness. It's like, think of 4D more like an access point to multiple realities, a more conscious access point to multiple realities. Yeah, which means that in fourth dimensional consciousness, we get this. And we're like, cool, there's many different realities, many different versions of me. Every focus, every decision, every frequency is shifting me into different realities and different versions of myself. You know, our whole entire journey in our spiritual growth, we've learnt the fundamentals, which is our frequency is our currency, to nurture our frequency, to choose higher frequencies. And this is a time where it's more important than ever, yeah? Now, with the fourth dimensional bridge open, and it's been open for a few years now, and it will stay open through the shift, this is where it gets interesting. Every realm has timelines and has lower and higher timelines within that realm, which means if you're in the middle realm of existence and you're wanting to be in your, and you could be in your highest timeline, you potentially still won't be able to access the abundance, the love, the joy, the flow, because you're in a middle realm of existence, not in a higher realm of existence. It's a realm jump that you're wanting, not a timeline jump that you're wanting. Does this resonate? Now, with the fourth dimensional bridge being open, I want you to get that there's so many more. There are more timelines available within each realm than ever before in the history of our existence, because the fourth dimensional bridge has expanded everything. We're literally, there's this like, whoa, it's huge. And what that means is that things are changing really, really fast. There is a billion ways you can fulfill your mission, fulfill your ascension. We used to have less. I know that sounds a bit funny, but you'll get this. Like, I know some of you are feeling this. There was less timelines available, you know, in the past. And there's so many more. There's like so many choices, so many paths. And this is important because for some of us, we are shifting and we're letting go of so much so fast that as soon as you let go of some of your programming, this is huge. This is like, please receive this. It'll make things so much more graceful in business and in life. If you're releasing certain programming, so for example, you know, with third dimensional consciousness, we can have hierarchical templates. Most of us have been impregnated with hierarchy templates, and that has us pedestal people, has us put things in order of authority, cool? And when we start to release that, when we let go of hierarchy templates and see everyone as equal, yes, different, yes, we honor people for their amazing skills and gifts, and it's not that, you know, someone with with phenomenal healing abilities to cure your eyesight, if you're blind, isn't honored. We simply don't co-create in a hierarchy platform where we feel less than or we're in comparison. Now, I want you to get this, because say you're to release a big like infrastructural template like the hierarchy template, and you've been in a set of realities. As soon as you release that, you're a different version of you. You are a different version of you. And the people around you, they're either going to shift, meaning that you'll either shift and be able to merge with versions of them that are in resonance to the new version of you, or those people could potentially no longer be in resonance to you because they're still, say, within the hierarchy templating, and you keep bumping heads and it's just not working. And if it's a team member, or if it's a business partner, or a lover, or a best friend, this can start to create us to leave people and shift into different realities with different people. Give me a yes if you've already experienced a fair bit of this, where you change, the people around you need to leave the environment because they're not shifting with you. In business, this is huge, and I want to go into it a lot deeper. Yes, so much. Now, we're releasing so much as mission souls. You know, I know for myself, I recently released in this year the hero template. There was a template of hero inside of my field, inside of my subconscious. And the hero template's a third dimensional template. Even though it appears to be pretty cool and loving, it's actually really much anchored in separation and hierarchy, and creates realities where there's someone to save. There's victims, right? And in extracting the hero template, certain people shifted, everything reconfigured, you know, and changed so rapidly. I'm sharing this with you because this is the quantum soup that we're in. We are ascending personally and with our businesses. And it's a freaking lot. Like, there's a lot of moving parts, right? The more that we can embrace, and the more that we can embrace the divine codex of abundance is all there is. There are infinite timelines and realities available for you to ascend and to fulfill your mission on the planet. And if one pathway led you to a place that no longer resonated, it's okay to let it transform. It's okay to let things transform and to shift into a new form. And this takes me to what it means to truly take a journey from the third dimension to fifth dimensional business. Because in the third dimension, when it comes to business, we create structure and stability and systems. And basically what we do in the third dimension, and this is one piece, one part of it, is we will create something, and it is the thing, and it's done. So say we create a product, yeah? And I don't know, like, here we go. Here's a phone, and here's the product. And then we market the product. And yes, of course, we can innovate and improve the product and release new models. We've done this. Yet what's happening for us as we continue to ascend is there's fundamental changes happening. One of those changes for a lot of people on the planet, as we're shifting, is looking at where is my business still very much anchored into the third dimensional reality grid. Now, this is big, so take a deep breath in and out. When you look at this image and you see this reality, this is depicting the third dimension, which is the city on an earth core. I'd love for you to know, and some of you already know this, that there is a quantum infrastructure, a quantum technology in our planet. And this quantum technology is a grid work. And the core of it, I guess you could say the center of this, is our cities. So every single major city all over this planet, it's like the heart, you know, of this matrix, this quantum infrastructure. The closer people live in the cities, the more this matrix grid work, or this third dimensional grid work, is present. And this is also why so many people recently have been called to move away from the cities and go in further out and further out. And yes, some of you have been called to stay within those grids because it's part of your mission to continue anchoring light there, and you're doing grid work and it's been a bit hard. Honoring you here. What I am sharing with you though is that beyond the physical plane of existence, there is this grid work, and the grid work itself, well, think of it like this. In the public system, in this grid work, there are certain, I guess you could say, benefits. Like within the third dimensional infrastructure, we have hospitals and restaurants and shops and, you know, and buildings and hotels and shopping centers and all the things, right? Like if we keep driving or we keep moving away from the already pre-created infrastructure further out and further out, there's less and less resources. So what that means though is, please look at it like this. Our businesses are transforming, and they're wanting to live outside of the third dimensional grid work. So as we're ascending, we're tuning into how can I still serve and be outside the third dimensional grid work in some way, shape or form. A lot of people have gone online for this reason. that they've left their brick and mortar businesses that have been subject to the rules and regulations of the lower and the middle realms of existence, and what the governments and and legal bodies tell us we are to do within our businesses. And they've been leaving those grids and creating something completely new, going online. And going online will definitely serve us for a period of time as we continue our ascension. Yet I kind of want you to see something, and there is this shift occurring that if we were to accept that, we are going to be moving further and further away from the cities, because the frequency of the cities is going to get denser and denser for us as we're holding more love and more light in our field. We're simply physically not going to be able to be in them, no matter how much quantum technology we have and shielding we have activated inside of our field. We're going to find ourselves getting more and more tired, and it's just going to be more and more draining. And a lot of you are already feeling this. And we're going to be building more and more new earth communities and new earth cities off grid, far away from these matrix gridded out infrastructures in nature. And those beautiful communities are going to be gridded with love and light, and activating and calling forth ancient, reactivating the ancient grids of Atlantis and Lemuria all over the planet. And what that means for us is long term. And I'd really like you to get this, because this is long term. In order for us to fully take this journey, we embrace that we're going to be leaving the cities behind altogether in time. And so we start to create and innovate different options and slowly start to move out, of that infrastructure altogether, and operate inside of alternate realities within it, anchor into the higher realms of existence, create alternate reality bubbles, and still function there but out of sight, off grid, even within, those realms of existence. And I'm kind of curious what comes up for you when I share with you that I want you to imagine, what would your mission business look like on the other side of this bridge? What would your mission business look like if you've taken the full journey across the bridge and you're anchored onto these beautiful this nature planet, this, living within communities that are self-sustained, where we've got our own schools, our own hospitals, our own healing centers, really, our own everything, our own restaurants, our own food, and everything's organic and friggin' awesome. And we're co-creating all of this with phenomenal advanced races and councils of light who are giving us quantum technologies that are working, and technologies that are working for energy and for temperature regulation, and for our crops to grow, and for self-regeneration and healing. And we're actually working in a completely different infrastructure. I'm kind of curious and would love for you to share in the comments, what would be different with your business? What is already coming through for you? Where, how do you see things working? How are you still serving and sharing? It would be more hands-on. Yep, there'll be a lot more hands-on. And you'll find this too. The internet's a really great place for us as we continue our transition. Then once we've transitioned, we will find that we let go of the internet and we'll be a lot more hands-on again. We'll be traveling around and wanting to connect with people. We'll come to a place in future timelines and realities where we're a bit bored of the internet and we just want to hang with people. Yet right now it's working. Expanded high frequency. See group living, farm, cafes, ancient geometric structures. Yeah, beautiful, Kate, love that. Sharing without doubt, my gifts and offerings, 100%. Simplicity, community, yeah, beautiful. Keep it coming. And these are the questions you want to be asking yourself as you transition. It's like, okay, cool, so what is next for me? What's the next step that takes me more and more, deeper and deeper into those realities? What's the next step? And some of you are going to find yourself in multiple missions, where you're going to have some missions that are still kind of, that you're in between. You're in between. What I mean by that is some of what you're doing is still very much linked to the third dimensional infrastructure. You could be working, and collaborating with energies that are very much still inside of those grids. Allow yourself to know that there'll be a shift around that, and it will happen organically. One of the things I'm really wanting to place into the field today is please allow yourself to choose to take a path of ascension in love and not fear. We can ascend in fear and we can ascend in love. If we ascend in love, then we know that as long as we keep anchoring, placing our little flag into the higher realms of existence, and that means that we're not paying much attention to what's going on out there, and we're consciously taking time to connect with our new earth vision, our new earth world vision. We're spending time every day, even if it's, this is what's funny. People will often ask, how do I hold a timeline? If I want to create something, how do I hold a reality? How do I hold a timeline? And it's as simple as, we're going to go through a process today with you around this, yet it's as simple as tuning into it every single day, once, and not allowing yourself to let into your field anything that contradicts it or tries to tear it down. Yet most people aren't willing to even spend 3 minutes a day tuning into their beautiful new earth visions, the next stages of realities. They're beautiful, they're too busy just doing the do and getting all the shit done. And that takes me to this next piece. This next piece for us around business, which is, we are taking a full journey, a full shift. And the shift that we're taking is a shift in consciousness. And as we take this shift more and more, we do find ourselves in a completely different infrastructure, a completely different set of realities. And so I want to take you into having a look at the different departments, the beautiful different departments around our gorgeous mission empires, and how everything is different as we transition. And some of the things you may be doing may literally be things that you release in 2022. And this is why it's like, please know that doesn't mean that it's bad or wrong. There's just aspects of what we do, certain operations, they transform into something else. So I want to talk to you about transformation, and then we're going to do a beautiful little activation, which we've been doing this whole time, to anchor you even deeper into the higher realm existence and having you really choose to stay there. Because my friends, if you were just to tune into where you're going and hold your vision, hold the vision of the new earth and abundance and this ultimate beautiful world and reality of love and light, and that was where your flag was, that's where we anchored, nothing out there can touch us, nothing can waver us. So let's have a look at the transformational cycle and what happens. So one thing that shifts, well, everything shifts. Third dimensional business that's been birthed within the third dimensional consciousness is a thing, and it's something that we've created, like a pen. Fourth and fifth and beyond dimensional business is a living consciousness. What that means is that our business is a mission, and this is the shift, that if you're like, I'm still anchored into the third dimension with parts of what I do, meaning that I'm, my beautiful best friend Kelly has a finance brokerage, which used to actually be mine, and we worked in it together and she purchased it from me. Now, I'm going to use her as an example here because it's such a great example. She's working with providing finance for people who want to do like courses, so I've got amazing courses that you can do, the New Earth Mission Collective, which is where these codes are coming from, which is the course a program taking people on a full journey of transformation in their businesses, in their ascension, to anchor their businesses as kingdoms of light. And I've got another one called Magic School, which teaches people quantum. And Callie does finance, where she'll find lenders that can lend money to people that want to do courses. Now, would you agree with me that providing someone with the financial resources to receive the codes and the transformations that are going to help them shift from certain realms and realities and quantum shift into totally new realms of existence and timelines of existence is a pretty awesome product, meaning that the mission is to awaken as many people as possible, to provide resources to as many people as possible on Earth so they can take the journeys out of the third dimensional realities into full new paradigms of existence. Give me a yes if you'd agree that that is a high vibrational mission. It's not a third dimensional mission, right? Yet she's still tapped in, and she's she's got access to banks and lenders and funding, which is coming from banks, and the banks are very much anchored in the third dimensional grids. So it's a fifth dimensional mission. However, it's co-creating, it's a multi-dimensional business because it's working in many dimensions at once. Please get this, this is so great. And it is whole and complete exactly as it is right now, which means that she is operating in the highest possible alignment. There'll come a time, and I see this happening in the future, where she'll have access to when currencies shift and things happen and cryptocurrencies and blockchain and our currency system shifts. I wouldn't be surprised if Callie's still operating in this mission with her beautiful empire. However, she'll be giving people access to borrow cryptocurrency in order to have resources to go after what they want. And yes, there'll come a time in future timelines where that won't be needed at all anymore. And it'll be a completely different expression. She'll potentially be connecting people with their highest timelines in a very different way. Yet if you were to look at this, her soul mission, or one of them, is connecting people with their highest timelines of ascension, soul embodiment, and mission. That's her mission, right? The way she's currently doing it in one way is through offering finance. Then this will shift out and it will transform on its own. The worst thing that she could do right now would be to worry about her business and the future of it, because she knows that eventually she's not going to be connected to the frequency of the bank. She won't be able, she'll be in different realities. She'll be in new earth communities. She'll leave the third dimension altogether and she'll be in new currency. And the truth is that as we continue to ascend, there are timelines much, much further down the track for us that, yes, we let go of money currency. Yes, we then will let go of cryptocurrencies and blockchains and other ways that we exchange. There'll come a time in our ascension much further down the track where we don't need currency at all. And if we don't need currency at all, can you just imagine how everything's going to reconfigure? That our businesses are taking a transformation right now, and they're actually not even called businesses anymore, they're called missions. This is the shift. In the third dimensional reality, we have a business. In the fifth dimensional reality, we have a mission. And so in order for us to transition, the first thing we accept is we have a soul mission. And then we take that soul mission and we allow ourselves to know it's a living consciousness. And this living consciousness is going to operate multidimensionally with us as we're ascending, connecting us wherever we're to be connected to. And some of you will still be co-creating in some third dimensional infrastructures if it's in alignment. And then shifting to fourth dimensional infrastructures, like I see crypto and blockchain as fourth dimensional, fourth dimensional reality currency. And then the beginning of 5D realities. And so if we're able to go, okay, cool, the transition is from a business, from an opportunity, from looking where we can make some money. This is what third dimensional business is. It's all about making money. Fourth dimensional business becomes different, fifth dimensional business becomes different. And it's about our mission. It's activating our soul mission. And then if it's in mission, resonance, and alignment, we co-create with that product, with that service. If it's not, we don't. Alignment is the most important piece for us as we continue transitioning. Action goes out the window. Action was the most powerful ally for building a business in the third dimension. Alignment is the most powerful ally when we're building and scaling a mission on our ascension journey, because we're always looking for resonance. We're always looking for alignment with our team, with our marketing, with our sales processes, with our product, and with the way that we co-create with wealth. A lot of you have gone through a process of even having less money than you've ever had in the last couple of years because you had to let go of your attachment to currency in your ascension journey. It's part of letting go of 3D. And some of you, and a lot of you, have also experienced a lot of abundance in the last couple of years because that was appropriate for you. You'd done your letting go. You didn't attach. You'd had different rites of passage. Yet, my beautiful friends, please know that it's our abundance codes, our ability to receive and change and shift. Our ability to be flexible and shift is our greatest, asset. And our tuning into the alignment of everything, and if everything within what we do aligns, and it could take months to even recreate things. And so to take you on a little bit of a journey here, New Earth business has us do things so differently because it's not a business, it's a mission. And that mission, we've really done the work to activate our soul mission and to let the mission birth products, birth everything. When it comes to marketing, we do multidimensional marketing, which means we go into the quantum and we call in the souls. We know that there's souls to serve and that we share messages from our heart. We channel, we allow to flow from the mission, from the product, an invitation to the world. Our sales are service-based. They're not 3D sales are manipulative and they're trying to get the sale. Fifth dimensional sales isn't even sales, it's a service. It's offering someone an opportunity to talk and to see what's in their highest good. So for example, with us, in order to do any one of our products, you need to have a phone conversation. Everything's by application. And you get on a phone call with beautiful timeline consultant. Like you'll either speak to Mel or myself if you book a call with us, and we go into the quantum, into your timelines. We listen to you. We really feel your vision. We receive. We channel in wisdom for you, and then we recommend an offering. And it could be the offering that you applied for, or it could be a different custom offering that we create for you. And that's service selling. It's really or it could be no offering at all because it's not in the highest alignment. Does this resonate with you? Product. When it comes to being, when it comes to the transformation of how we co-create products, in the third dimension, we make products that customers want. We make products that the consumer wants. We do customer research and what do you want out there? And then we make it and we try and make it better than the competitors and off we go. That's 3D product creation. In the fifth dimensional consciousness, in fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh dimensional business, it's not. The product is birthed from the mission, and the product is a living consciousness. The product has a mission of its own. And it's important for us to connect to the living essence of our product. When people work with me, I have them fully work with like Atlantean quantum technology, and we code a quantum crystal in the quantum, so it's a quantum crystal, with the soul essence, the soul of our product, of our offering, and we connect with this offering, and we receive from the offering what it is that it wants to do, how it wants to serve. Most importantly, we receive what its mission is. And it's the mission of the product that drives us to market it. When the mission of the product is aligned with us, we can't shut up about it. We don't take action. We are inspired and we can't stop sharing about it. If we're calling people in We call people in without a single doubt or worry. It's this flow of momentum. When we're ascending, we get our momentum from our mission. So for example, the New Earth Mission Collective is the most phenomenal, beautiful journey for New Earth Mission souls who have built a business and are on a very rapid ascension journey. Inside of that, the mission of the New Earth Mission Collective. The Mission Collective is this beautiful synesthesia. It's a full ascension codex with abundance codex, with full 5D empire codex. And I personally have spent the last 20 years in business and built amazing, something amazing for myself that I share the codes for and give those beautiful templates to people so they can also live a life of freedom. And I share this with you because the ultimate mission of the New Earth Mission Collective is every single soul that comes into the New Earth Mission Collective activates their own unique soul codex within their field that helps them bring on their full channeled consciousness to receive data, bursts, and embody their gifts, and to serve in the moment of now, to channel everything in, to build their whole infrastructure and to scale their businesses in the highest alignment and anchoring always in the higher realms of existence, in the higher timelines. Yet ultimately, this is the mission. These codexes that we're activating, these soul codexes, I want you to kind of imagine they're like a city of codes and like sacred geometry light. So imagine like this huge city of light and codes and templates and this sacred geometry infrastructure. Each one of these that's fully activated within the being, which of course means that they've embodied so much of their soul and fifth dimensional consciousness and abilities. And each one of these codexes is anchoring onto the earth across all shared realities. And each one of them is stabilizing the realities and the timelines of the new earth. So the mission is to have these quantum infrastructures of light all over the planet, stabilizing new earth realities and timelines, so more and more of the collective can simply walk on the pathways of light, taking a much fucking quicker journey than we all did, that's for sure, to get into the new earth realities and be free. And be free from the slavery they've endured for countless eons on this planet, because we're shifting into a whole different realm and a different set of realities. And in the fifth dimensional infrastructures, in the higher realms of existence, they can't see us. The civilizations that have been hurting humanity can't access them. They can't find them in the quantum. That's why we're doing what we do. Now, because I know that every single soul that comes into the New Earth Mission Collective is going to activate this codex within, and of course this serves them to walk along the highest, most abundant timelines of business for them and creation for them over the next few years. And I know that each one of them activated is stabilizing the New Earth realities and the New Earth timelines. I know it's important, and that is my mission. Nothing is going to stop me talking about it. Nothing is going to stop me inviting people into this phenomenal journey, into this living consciousness mission. Does this resonate with you? Give me a yes in the comments if you feel what I'm putting down, that in this reality, we don't have a business anymore. We have a mission. And yes, some of those missions are going to be playing with third dimensional infrastructures until they're not. And we just allow them to transform organically in love and free of fear. And that as long as we attune to the core mission of our offerings, we will have the momentum. We will do whatever it takes to get them out there. Give me a yes if this resonates. Yes, 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 yes. And now, shifting to have a look at the other pillars on the screen right now. Divine service, mission team, co-creation, wealth custodianship. This is the journey that we take, that we anchor into the true codes of the divine higher realm empress, emperor. I'm not sure what comes up for you when I say king or queen or emperor or empress. Yeah, some of the codes that I've come to share on this planet are the codes of divine leadership from the most loving place of service. To love your people, to be a queen or a king or an emperor or an empress. And if you want to know the difference, a king or a queen will have a small kingdom, that's all. An emperor or an empress will have a much more larger kingdom. And either way though, regardless of the size, the codex itself, like true leadership, a true emperor, empress, a true king or a queen, leads with their service heart, with their mission heart. Everything is done for the mission, for the honoring of that beautiful mission, and to serve the people, to honor the team, the business partners, the everyone that we co-create with on earth and beyond. And a lot of us are working with councils, interdimensional councils and councils from this galaxy and inner earth, and we're working with our soul families so deeply. These are our team members, and we serve alongside them. I'd like to offer you this, this beautiful invitation to be looking at this as what it means, that we shift into a place where we serve with our whole heart, yet we have let go of rescuing, saving, because these are third dimensional templates that have been placed into the field to keep people in a lower consciousness and creating realities where the victims exist. And we forget that everyone is a fractal of source, a powerful being. When we serve someone, yet we serve them, and as we look in their eyes, we see a powerful creator of worlds. And we serve them from that place. We call them and we anchor ourselves and them into the highest realities where they get to create and co-create and choose. That there is no FOMO, there is no using scarcity tactics in our marketing. There simply are seeing the soul of a person, seeing the magnificent, phenomenal, ancient soul of a person and saying, hey, here's an awesome playground with all these gifts. My offering is this. Its mission is this. Would you like to come play? And if that person says yes, they're choosing it, they're drawn to it, they're magnetically pulled towards it. We're simply serving, not rescuing, not saving. We don't sit there going, oh, but that person needs our thing. No, they don't. That person gets to choose our thing if it's resonant. We get to abundantly stand in the place of lots and lots of people on this planet want my thing. Otherwise, this living consciousness soul wouldn't be birthed into this offering, and I receive all of that. We co-create. We fully co-create with our soul. We call our soul and our soul family in for co-creation. In third dimension, we don't co-create. We really don't. We control, we micromanage. In fifth dimensional consciousness, our team has full autonomy. We don't need to watch them, micromanage them, get them to send us reports and tell us everything they've done. We trust them because they've come to the beating heart of our mission. Our team comes in because the heartbeat of the mission, living consciousness, resonates with the exact mission they have. And the two missions literally are in resonance. They're a beautiful divine union. And when they come, we come together around a round table. That's why inside of this image, you see this table, this round, and every single piece around it is an equally important piece. Nothing's more important than the other. All of it's important. And being a wealth custodian for us as a leader is important. Making sure that our empire, our kingdom is financially healthy, has the resources it needs to feed the people, metaphorically, to do the projects that we are guided to do. Please breathe into your hearts. Right now, my soul family and I are simply working in your field, and we're allowing you to, we're clearing, it's actually more of a clearing of that's not you. So your true essence as a leader is coming even more into embodiment. You came to us If you're choosing to build a business, an empire, scale a business empire and shift it, which means you're now building or scaling a mission, a beautiful interdimensional, a beautiful multidimensional empire of light that gives you full abundance, full freedom, full soul fulfillment and joy, and serves beyond imagining. This codex is within, inviting you to now tune in, inviting you to close your eyes now and really feel into what is the ultimate mission of, what's my mission? What's the mission of my offering? Choose one offering. Trust the one that comes forth. What is the mission of this offering? And as you scan through, some of you have multiple businesses. Some of you I'd love for you to have a calibration and scan through. Some of you, it could be that some of your projects and businesses are actually not in alignment, or they could be. Right now, you have the opportunity to scan another one. Go into another offering and go into the depth of the offering and ask yourself, what is your mission? You will know if you're in alignment, if all of your offerings, regardless of which business, like if you've got multiple businesses, if all of your offerings are in alignment with your core mission, your core soul mission, you are in alignment. This is how we navigate multiple products, multiple businesses, multiple missions, because they're not actually multiple, really not actually multiple missions. They're all part of the same mission, they're just different offerings. My core mission is to bring in the new earth, is to stabilize the new earth realities. I'm taking the journey myself of transformation and, of course, supporting others. Soon we'll be launching a beautiful quantum school for children, a free school, online school. And I'm also involved in New Earth communities, and more of that mission has come about where I'll be greeting and activating New Earth communities. Now, you could look at, well, hold on, there's like courses for adults and courses for kids, and also like New Earth community grid work. They're all different. No, they're all the same. They're all serving the mission of co-creating a new earth, supporting Gaia in her ascension, supporting leaders to stay in their higher paths, to stay in their higher timelines, to stay in the higher realms, to stay in their ultimate realities of abundance and create and birth and build a new earth. What about you? Scan across, have a look. And this is a project that you'd like to do later. Really take your time and go through everything and scan it for alignment. And what needs to happen for it to align even more? Ask what needs to change, what needs to be added or taken away for this to align even more. Beautiful. Breathing into your hearts one more time and out. And now inviting you to tune into 2022. Feel into the higher realm water portal that you were given at the start of today. And this water portal, I'd like you to allow this higher realm water portal to be right in front of you now, so you can look into it like a window. Calling in the time key code, the divine abundance key code, the divine mission key code, divine knowing key code. And now activating, looking into this beautiful higher realm portal. I'm placing in a time technology inside We're going to spin it and allowing you to now look through this window, allowing you to travel now into 2022 in your highest realm realities of abundance. Allow yourself to travel into your vision, your greatest desires, your greatest dreams with your mission, your receiving of abundance, your wealth, your health, your love life. See what you see, hear what you hear, feel what you feel, receive what is your highest vision, what is your highest dream for 2022. Allow yourself to play in it, to bask in its frequency. Take a deep breath in and out. Stay here. Spend some time here. See what you see, feel what you feel, hear what you hear. Where are you? What's going on? Who are you with? What's different? Feeling to the mission of your products, your beautiful offerings. What's different about co-creating with your offerings? More like co-creating with source consciousness itself, with reverence, with honor. Lock that in, lock that in, lock that in. And all you're asked to do is hold this vision, hold this timeline every single day, even if it's for a minute or 30 seconds, just sit and be there, hold it. And take action in alignment with it. Whatever you see here, whatever you feel here, your journey is to be aligning to this vision. And so if there's any decisions to make, you ask yourself, is this in alignment with that vision? If it is, well, you courageously take the next step. You may need to step outside your comfort zone many times, yet this is where we go to. And we're always asking, is this action in alignment with that vision? Is my action, is my vibration, is my frequency aligned with that vision? And we keep moving forward, welcoming you into this space. You're welcome. Coming back into the space and let me know how it feels. What does it feel like? What are the emotions that you feel when you tune into your beautiful visions? What are you feeling when you tune into the visions for 2022, your highest ones in the higher realm of existence? What does it feel like? Let me know in the comments. Abundant, yes, right? Which means that you want to be staying, it's like allowing yourself to stay centered. Imagine for a second if you were to allow yourself to appreciate all that you have now, of course. Get anchored in, put your flag into that reality, hold that timeline every day, hold it and take action towards it and align everything. Let it be your true north. Let it be your gravitational pull. Thank you. Here we go, abundant, loving, highest divinity. I'm just going to open this up because I can't see some of them. So expansive, joy, abundant, grateful, love, soul satisfaction, others loving themselves with the divine spark inside of them, the highest divine timeline, right? And so my beautiful friends, this is the invitation. The invitation is to stay in this frequency, to stay within the frequency of your mission, to align to your mission, to know that you are always taken care of, and to simply continue. When it comes to us co-creating and transforming, it's a full-time alignment gig. We are constantly scanning and aligning. So many of you are waking up in new realities every single day. Like, just have a look, right? I'm sure that you'll agree. Give me a yep, like YEP in the comments. If you look back and just in the last month alone, so much has shifted, that you're a totally different you in the last month. Give me a yep, 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 yep. Now, this is huge. That means that we want to be looking at our offerings and calibrating them and tweaking and changing. And we want to be a lot more fluid with the way that we operate and we serve. And we want to be able to allow ourselves to change without fear. So change in love. Anytime I make a change or an upgrade in what I do, all of my current existing beautiful clients will simply get a bonus. They'll be like, hey guys, we're also doing this now. Here you go, here's a bonus. I've never had anyone say, oh, boo, boo, I get extra stuff. And to me, if I made myself a promise that my alignment and honoring my mission and my highest frequency is how I serve the most. And so changing things in how I operate in the background, or maybe changing an offering or changing something, potentially talking to a team member and seeing maybe there are team members or business partners that you're not going to resonate with anymore as you continue waking up in new versions of you. This doesn't mean we failed or something went wrong. It just means that things get to transform and shift and change, and to be okay with that. Because when we're okay with that, we jump to the next reality more gracefully. If we're not, we get stuck between realities because we're like stuck in that reality, and we're not allowing ourselves to really fully anchor. And so inviting you to have those harder conversations, to be tuning into alignment, tuning and scanning alignment, resonance, and ensuring that you are coming from a higher consciousness, that it is about embodying abundance at such a deep level that you serve, not rescue, not martyr yourself, that you're still beautifully receiving, that your kingdoms, your empire's wealth is important, because that is the resources we're building a new earth with. New earth leaders on this planet are meant to be abundant. We're meant to be abundant. So we've got the resources to build a new earth. I trust this serves. And so I'd love to know from you now, what has been most valuable? What have you loved about this transmission today? What have you loved? I'd love to know. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask now. As you type in, I'm just going to do a little bit more calibration work. My soul family and the councils of light is simply working and integrating and calibrating your field. Thank you so much. I missed the first part. That's okay, honey. You can get it when we send out the recording. High frequency. Tell me, what have you loved? I'll read them in a moment. Keep typing. Just finishing up this process. You don't need to be present for it. We're almost done. Beautiful. So we have embodiment of higher self every day. I even notice change on my face, right? Energy is more happy, creating love, beautiful, being on mission, serving. Thank you. Grateful and much value to all. Bringing forth the new earth, right? Really we rise above 3D. Yes, it is normal that I'm feeling extremely fatigued after the first part of the, is it normal? Sarah, yes, huh? So there's This is a really high frequency transmission. The codes here are extremely high frequency, so please drink lots of water and go and just be in nature, like ground. If you can put your bare feet on earth, ground, it's extremely high frequency and it can make you feel tired. Plus the portal itself is quite strong as well. So if you can lie down and really receive and rest, that would be great. And I'd like you all to, once we to shake out your bodies a little bit now too. So just shake your bodies. Shaking your bodies will allow the energy to flow through. If there's anything stuck, you're going to be integrating this, my dear friends, over the next days and weeks even, and inviting you to do something with me to support your integration now. So we're going to take a deep breath in through our mouth. Hold that breath. Hold that breath as long as you can. And then breathe out through your nose. And now shake your body out. Literally shake it out. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, 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 shake your feet like you can't. Let your lips kind of go. Allowing all of this to come through your physical body, allowing your nervous system to calibrate more. This is something to beautifully calibrate your nervous system. You breathe in through your mouth, you hold. You breathe out through your nose, and then you shake your whole body, jumping and moving for quite some time. If you ever feel a bit stuck in, tired or stuck in some of your own integrations, if your mind is looping or your emotions are looping, this is a really beautiful gift. I learned this from an amazing woman called Yvette Rose, who is a medical medium, and so shout out to her for this and inviting you for this. And drink lots of water to integrate. What else? Here we go. So, internal confirmation, my mission, my products, yes. Understanding that it is not 5D business, it is a soul mission. Yes, beautiful. And so even when I'm when I talk about this with people, until we have this conversation, we don't even have we have a new language where we get that we're not actually business owners. We are the custodians of missions. We're building mission empires of light, mission kingdoms of light. We are not building businesses. We're not scaling businesses. We are allowing our missions to take physical form. The frequency of our mission is being birthed into physicality. It's a completely different ballgame. Oh, love it, loved it all. Reaffirming of the importance that I have the choice to choose my reality. Yes, beautiful. And I'll read the rest of them later. Now, my beautiful friends, it's been a pleasure and an honor co-creating with you. Allow this to integrate, allow yourself to receive this. And if any one of you is feeling called to continue this journey and to be in a beautiful, container with me where you get to really master the art of creating alternate realities and anchoring alternate realities and timelines, and to activate the codex of light that's within you to anchor onto the planet, your beautiful kingdom, mission, empire of light. And you want to be a part, truly be a part of a collective of people that are co-creating the new earth to be supported in your mission. I invite you to check out the New Earth Mission Collective. Just go to gabbykowalski.com, tab Work With Me. In there, you'll see 5D Business. There's also another program called Magic School that you can check out. Have a look, watch the video, read the brochure, and if it calls to you, book in a timeline consultation. You'll be chatting with either Mel, my beautiful, amazing, gorgeous Mel, who's a phenomenal coach with us and also a timeline consultant serving you. And she'll support you in seeing if it's this or if it's another program. And yeah, I would love to co-create with you and have you be one of the New Earth Mission Collective souls, co-creating, sitting around a round table with us, going on a mission with us to regrid the planet and fully stabilize the new earth realities for all, so we can stabilize the 5D gate that are open and call more people in. Lots of love. It's been a pleasure and honor. We'll send out the replay soon. Feel free, if you see any, I'll be sharing this online, so if you see me sharing the replay, please feel free to comment on the post, let us know how this was for you. Email us, let us know how this was for you. It's been a pleasure and honor. Much love, and hopefully I'll see you in the New Earth Mission Collective. Lots of love, beautiful souls. Ta-ta. And that's it. We did it. Yay! And webinar for all.